Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Sister Wives universe has always thrived on drama, but nothing could have prepared fans for the explosive courtroom saga that unfolded when shocking allegations surfaced against KODY Brown, the patriarch who once prided himself on holding together his sprawling polygamist family. For years, viewers have speculated about the finances behind the Brown household, the KODY past property, and KODY's questionable financial decisions, but in a bombshell twist, a leaked audio recording from one of his sons has surfaced, dragging every hidden truth into the open and placing KODY at the center of a heated legal battle involving accusations of betrayal, missing money, and broken trust. According to reports, the audio tape, allegedly recorded without KODY's knowledge during a tense family conversation, captures the patriarch admitting to funneling more than $1.2 million into undisclosed accounts, funds that his wives and children claim were either misappropriated or outright stolen from family resources meant to build homes, pay debts, and secure their futures. The revelation sent shockwaves not only through the Brown family, but also among loyal fans who have watched the family's struggles play out on national television for nearly 2 decades, and the courtroom showdown has become the centerpiece of a saga that could completely redefine the way the world sees the once tight-knit polygamist clan. Insiders claim that the leaked audio reveals KODY's chilling perspective on money and control, with him allegedly stating that the wives don't need to know where every dollar goes, and suggesting that loyalty to him should outweigh financial transparency, a line that has infuriated both Christine and Janelle, 2 women who have long accused him of favoritism toward Robin and a failure to support them equally. Court documents reportedly highlight discrepancies in the Brown family accounts, with evidence that large withdrawals and wire transfers were made in KODY's name, often aligning suspiciously with luxury expenses, questionable investments, and even donations to organizations that critics say were designed to burnish his image rather than provide for his children. The betrayal is particularly stinging for Janelle, who in recent seasons admitted she left her marriage with virtually nothing, while KODY flaunted what seemed like wealth, and Christine, who often described herself as financially stranded before finding independence with David Woolley, has spoken about the emotional devastation of realizing that the family's collective sacrifices may have been lining only one person's pockets. The courtroom has become a stage for bitter confrontations, with KODY's children taking the stand to describe what they saw growing up, tales of favoritism, financial manipulation, and emotional coercion, and the leaked audio has been played publicly, its contents sparking gasps from those in attendance as KODY's voice, unmistakable and commanding, outlines strategies for ensuring Robin and her children are always secure, while dismissing the concerns of his other wives. Legal experts following the case suggest that the missing $1.2 million could trigger not just civil penalties, but potential criminal charges, depending on whether fraud, tax evasion, or deliberate misrepresentation can be proven, and sources close to TLC say the network is scrambling to figure out how this scandal impacts the future of Sister Wives, with executives reportedly concerned about whether continuing to feature KODY will irreparably tarnish the brand. Fans on social media have erupted, with hashtags like #KODYExposed and #JusticeForTheWives trending, as many argue this proves what Christine, Janelle, and Mary have been trying to say for years, that KODY operates less as a spiritual leader and more as a self-serving figurehead obsessed with control and status. The betrayal is personal, too. Mary, who has remained somewhat loyal despite the implosion of their relationship, is said to be privately devastated after learning from the leaked tape that KODY dismissed her concerns as background noise, a phrase she allegedly cried over when confronted with its public airing. Meanwhile, KODY's defenders argue that the money was used for family business and claim that his sons and ex-wives are twisting the narrative out of spite, but the court filings suggest a far more complicated story, one where paper trails, witness testimony, and KODY's own words create a damning picture. In the wider cultural conversation, the scandal has reignited debates about polygamy, gender dynamics, and financial power, with critics pointing out that KODY's alleged hoarding of resources reflects broader patterns of abuse in patriarchal systems. For the Brown children, The stakes are deeply personal. One of the sons, whose voice is heard challenging KODY in the leaked audio, reportedly told the court that he felt betrayed not just as a son but as part of a family that sacrificed everything for a dream that turned out to be a lie. That sentiment echoes through the family, as daughters have posted cryptic social media messages about betrayal, survival, and breaking free from toxic legacies. The wives, too, are grappling with the fallout. Christine has vowed to support her children's fight for accountability. Janelle has retained her own financial experts to track where the money went, and Mary, often the most quiet, has surprised many by attending hearings and taking notes, fueling speculation that she may be preparing her own legal action. Robin, the last remaining wife in KODY's orbit, is said to be shaken but still standing by him, though whispers suggest she, too, is nervous about what the leaked audio reveals about her role in the financial favoritism. The case has been dragging on, with each hearing revealing new layers of tension, from bank records tied to suspicious LLCs to testimony from accountants who claim documents were altered. Meanwhile, the public spectacle grows, with media outlets camped outside the courthouse, fans dissecting every leaked detail, and TLC cameras reportedly kept at bay due to legal restrictions, though insiders hint that some producers are quietly working on a tell-all special once the dust settles. What is undeniable is that KODY Brown's carefully crafted image as a misunderstood polygamist trying to build a legacy has been shattered, replaced by a portrait of a man exposed by his own son, caught on tape prioritizing control and secrecy over honesty and family unity, and the missing $1.2 million remains the most damning symbol of the alleged betrayal. A fortune that could have built homes, funded college educations, and secured futures, but instead vanished into accounts and causes that only KODY seems to understand. Whether or not the court finds him guilty of financial wrongdoing, the court of public opinion has already delivered a harsh verdict, with millions convinced that the man who preached about family values on national television is now a cautionary tale of greed, pride, and the devastating cost of putting power above love. As the courtroom drama continues to unravel, more layers of betrayal, financial secrecy, and emotional manipulation are being revealed, painting a devastating picture of how far KODY Brown allegedly went to maintain control over his fractured family while protecting his image for the cameras. The leaked audio recording, which has now been dissected by legal analysts and family insiders alike, seems to have shattered the last remnants of trust between KODY and the children who once defended him on Sister Wives, and the fallout is spreading like wildfire through every corner of the Brown family tree. In one particularly damning portion of the recording, KODY can be heard telling his son that the family doesn't need to know everything, a statement that some experts interpret as an intentional effort to cover up where the missing $1.2 million went, while others argue it reveals a deep pattern of gaslighting and manipulation that has defined KODY's leadership for decades. The courtroom proceedings have become a public theater of raw emotions, with family members describing years of financial strain, like when Janelle was forced to live in an RV at Coyote Pass, Christine struggled to pay for her daughter's surgery without KODY's help, and Mary was left financially stranded after their legal divorce, so KODY could marry Robin for insurance purposes. Each testimony adds weight to the theory that KODY deliberately prioritized Robin's household over the rest, diverting resources in ways that left the other wives and children vulnerable, and when cross-examined, he has reportedly grown defensive, insisting that his role as patriarch entitled him to make financial decisions without endless second-guessing. But the court has taken particular interest in the timeline of the missing funds, noting that large sums disappeared just as Christine began raising questions about her future, and Janelle pressed KODY for answers about the delayed building plans at Coyote Pass, suggesting that his financial moves may have been strategic attempts to tighten his control as his marriages crumbled. What makes this scandal even more riveting for fans is how the family's long-standing grievances, once dismissed as simple drama for reality TV, are now being validated in a legal setting, giving weight to years of complaints about favoritism, secrecy, and neglect. TLC insiders whisper that producers are both horrified and thrilled, as this saga could redefine Sister Wives as more than just a show about unconventional marriage. instead becoming a courtroom reality drama where the stakes are no longer emotional but financial, legal, and deeply personal. Social media users, who have followed every twist of the Brown family saga for years, are calling the scandal the biggest polygamy expose in reality TV history, and some even suggest that the wives might band together in a way they never could under KODY's rule, united not by faith or marriage, but by the shared betrayal of realizing that the man they once trusted may have siphoned away their futures. Christine, who has built a new life with David Woolley, is reportedly standing firm in her decision to confront KODY publicly, telling friends that she owes it to her children to seek justice, while Janelle, long considered the most practical and level-headed of the wives, has shocked even her closest supporters with fiery statements demanding a full audit of all accounts tied to the Brown family brand. Mary, who has often been criticized for her quiet loyalty, is finally emerging with her own voice, reportedly meeting with attorneys to explore whether she too can claim restitution, and in private conversations, she has admitted feeling foolish for trusting a man who allegedly dismissed her as expendable behind closed doors. Robin, on the other hand, remains in the most precarious position. She has defended KODY publicly, insisting the money was for the family, but in a leaked tape, KODY's words make it clear that her household was the primary beneficiary of the questionable financial decisions, leaving her branded by fans as complicit, whether or not she was aware of the full scope of the missing funds. Meanwhile, KODY's sons, particularly the one who leaked the audio, have become unexpected heroes to fans who praise their bravery in standing up to a man who wielded power over them for years, with some commentators noting that this generational pushback represents a turning point not only for the Brown family, but for how America views patriarchal religious systems. Analysts warned that the case could drag on for months, even years, depending on the complexity of financial evidence, but every new leak and revelation seems to confirm what many already suspect, that the dream KODY sold on TLC was a facade masking a troubling reality of financial exploitation, emotional manipulation, and fractured loyalty. Courtroom witnesses have described the tension as electric, with audible gasps when the tape was first played, and reporters who were present said KODY's face went pale as his own words boomed through the speakers, leaving him with no way to spin the narrative. The impact on Sister Wives itself could be seismic. If KODY is found liable or worse, criminally culpable, the show could either end altogether or pivot entirely to focus on the wives and children carving out lives free of his shadow, and many fans argue that would be the poetic justice the family deserves. But for now, the central question remains unanswered. Where did the $1.2 million go, and why did KODY believe he could conceal it from the very people who sacrificed so much for the family dream? Until those answers are fully revealed, the courtroom saga will continue to captivate, horrify, and divide, turning KODY Brown from reality star into one of the most controversial figures in the history of reality television.